Hey everybody, I'm Coach Lindsay and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on Sportslifetalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit them up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rise and star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote. Chill.
Who got next? Who got next? Yeah, baby. Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right. We are on a mission in 2023, and we are finding rising stars in our communities who are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. And today we got a special one for you. If you remember correctly, we started 2023 out and we was all over volleyball. Well, guess what? Guess who's back? That's right. We got another volleyball spectacular coming to you. This time we doing it that HBCU way. We're going to do it HBCU way this time, baby. We head down south in Texas to Prairie View A&M, and we are showing love to the newest member of the Sports Life Talk family, a 12-year veteran in the game of volleyball along herself. From Prairie View, make some noise, Panther Nation, for one of your very own, Coach Cheri Lindsay. Coach, what it do? How you feeling today?
Oh, I'm good. I'm always good. Happy to be here with y'all.
Hey, you look polished. You look buttoned up. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the three stripes, the Adidas. I'm getting a little worried. You know what I'm saying? The Prairie View swag got its drip all over the place. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, well, we are so excited about having you on the show. For all of my new PV family, welcome to the platform. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the OG, all things Louisiana. Put your L's up. Mr. Yeet is in the building, and I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother. The other side of the logo, the Quiet Storm. Shh. The head coach, KT. Kev, how you keep pulling this off, man? How you keep getting us these bomb guests?
I mean, sometimes you got to slide in people's DMs, but not like that. I mean, we're being professional, but I mean, she said yes, B. Jones, so we got her. Let's go. Let's turn up for Prairie View, man.
Okay, yo, got it. All right, brother. All right, you did it the old-fashioned way, straight up the hallway. All right, well, look, we about to have a banging show. I'm telling y'all, I love some volleyball. This year, y'all gonna see us out at the volleyball sets. But Coach, before we telling your amazing story, we got to do things in order around here. We don't just turn up the noise and get on the microphone without doing it with safe and in order. So we need you to take your right hand. We need you to reach over your shoulder, your opposite shoulder. We need you to pull that strap down and buckle up. This ride is about to be crazy, ladies and gentlemen. PVAMU. Kevin, it's always special when we on HBCU campuses. I can't actually wait to get down there and watch a volleyball game, just soak up some of this amazing atmosphere. But we need y'all to help us to grow. That's right, PV. We first of all, we're on our mission to 5,000 followers on Twitter, and we need your help. We trying to grow this YouTube thing. We're trying to close 2023 out. The takeover tour has been amazing. We need you to do the Trinity. That's right, 3 crucial things that you can do, and you got the power to make a difference. First, subscribe to the channel. Help us to keep this amazing momentum growing and just make this thing bigger than life. We can move a mountain together. Number 2, we need you to hit that like button as many times as Mark Zuckerberg will allow you to do it, all right? I'm talking about just get the banging on that thing and let this show bubble all the way up to the top. Bloop, 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 bloop. And then number 3, last but not least, sharing is caring. That's right. It's holiday season. You want to give somebody a gift? Give them the gift of inspiration. Give them the gift of motivation. And that's what we're giving you today. This story is going to be a banger. So make sure you share this with all of your friends, your family, and tell them what's cooking down there at Prairie View A&M. Coach Lindsay, are they going to rock with us? Is Panther Nation going to rock with us?
Oh yeah, they gonna ride now. With Prairie View gonna do anything, it's ride out together. So you ain't gotta worry about that. We good.
All right, let's keep it 8 plus 92, 100. Let's go to work. 1, 2, 3. Boo! Welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. That's right, KT and I. We don't do fans, we don't do followers, we do family around here at Sports Life Talk. And we appreciate anybody who did any of those three things. As a matter of fact, throw us a fire emoji down in the comments so we could just reach out into two little words that mean a lot to us Southern boys. We just want to say thank you. All right, Coach Lindsay, you got a smile of the light up the auditorium. You looking down there just immaculate. Hey, I hate to do this to you, but we got to take you through a pressure cooker. All right, welcome to the Sports Life Talk initiation.
Okay.
All right, Coach, to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Okay. Beyonce. Can it be a group?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, Jagged Edge, Michael Jackson, and who would I say? I'll throw shoot, I need one more. And I can't think of another one off the top of my head.
Hold on, let's go back through this though. Jagged Edge, 112, Beyonce,
Yeah.
and Michael Jackson.
Yes. Yes, you got to throw Prince in there. Absolutely.
I like Prince. Okay. All right. Okay. That's Kevin. That's a unique R&B top 5. You know what? I almost kind of feel bad for anybody that follow that because it's tough to follow Prince and Mike. I mean, like.
No doubt. And Beyonce. I mean,
them legends. I mean, she dropped legends, Hall of Famers on this thing. So, KT, what are you going to give her, homeboy?
Well, Coach, we like to rank everybody's top 5, and the highest you can get is 5.
Okay.
But there's no way I'm going to give anybody with a top 5 like that. Anything less than 5, B. Jones. Anything less than 12. Anything less than 18.
Ooh.
Up there.
Let's give her 20. We'll give her 20 for that top 5, B. Because I got the Cupid song in my head now, B. Jones. It's just,
yeah. We're gonna be crooning before the end of this show. Y'all might R&B just put you in some kind of mood. You know what I'm saying?
Classics. That's my jam. We gotta be R&B. That's it.
All right. So, who is your favorite superhero and why?
My favorite superhero has to be, I would say the Hulk, because it's just like all bronze. I'm coming through. I'm tearing everything up. It's done. I don't need no. Everybody get out of my way, because I'm coming through. And then we'll talk about it later on when I'm back to my normal self. But when I'm coming in, and then nobody's stopping at all.
Hey, that energy shifted, didn't it?
Yeah, BJ, we got a little tight over here.
Hey, I was like, oh, okay. Yes, ma'am. All right. Hey, the Hulk, I ain't see that coming.
I did not see that either. Goodness. All right. So, Coach, we see all coaches as superheroes. That's the reason why we asked that question. And you know, every good superhero needs their own theme music. So what would your theme song be?
The Thong Song by Cisco.
Oh my God.
Dumps, drunk, body like a bitch. Well, hey, that's all night long. Let me see your thumb.
Oh, gosh. It is B. Jones, but how did we go from the Hulk to Cisco and the Thong Song?
KT, can you imagine like the Hulk coming in to the Thong Song?
Well, didn't that happen on the She-Hulk? Wasn't like Meg Thee Stallion and her dancing to that?
Oh, I didn't know that, man. I ain't seen that yet.
Was she dancing to the Thong Song?
I don't think it was a Thong Song. I'm just making something up, but they were dancing to something like that, B. Jones. So it makes sense now, the She-Hulk. Okay. All right, so Coach, would you rather be a singer or would you rather be a dancer?
Oh, a singer.
I knew that was coming. I just saw it in you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be hating, B. Jones.
No one's like outside in the rain dancing for Lil Saint. Like you gotta be.
Thank you, Coach. He wants to be a dancer, but
we were on a 5-game win streak with the dancers.
Okay.
Well, it's over now, huh?
It's over.
All right, so if you could shadow anyone for a week and learn from them, they could be either dead or alive. Who would it be and why?
If I could shadow anybody for a week, Pat Summit. Easy. And that's simple.
Yeah, you ain't got to explain that one. We already get
Nah, for real. Say less.
Yeah. All right. So, what is something that volleyball has taught you that you can use when you're not on the court?
Oh man, a lot. Patience. No, I'm just kidding. A lot of patience. A lot of allowing my athletes to be themselves and not trying to put them into this weird bottle of like, this is how you're supposed to act. I give them that freedom to kind of be themselves. And sometimes that does take a lot of patience because there's things that they would do that I'm like, I would never do that. But it helps them to play at their highest level. So that's what I allow them to do. So I would say patience for sure.
Okay, Coach, B and I, we're going to produce a movie centered around you. The one thing that we're missing is a lead actress. Who should we get to play you in the story of your life?
Me? Oh man. Does it have to be somebody known?
Nah. Hey, the more unknown, the better. We can afford them.
Oh, then it has to be my little brother Zach, because we're the same person. Like it would have to be him. Now you're gonna have to beep out a lot of stuff if it's him, but just know he'd be the perfect one for me, for sure.
So we're gonna get your brother to play you in the story of your life?
Yeah.
So we went from, hey, we got the Hulk, we got the thong song, and now we got her brother playing her in the movie. But this is gonna be an epic episode.
Coach, it still ain't the worst one though. I give it. The worst one we had is a young lady said she's gonna have Madea play her. So you still number 2 though, Coach.
Okay. I'm number 1.
Well, B. Jones, I was thinking about the actress on Loki. Have you watched that?
Season 1 or season 2? Because I saw the
first seasons. Either the season.
Okay, I don't know.
Name like Ravona or whatever. Just go look up. I can't pronounce her name, and I think she can.
Mine was Creed wife. I was thinking Creed wife.
Oh, Tessa Thompson.
Tessa Thompson is who I was thinking we can get to play her. Can we afford Tessa?
Because she's in Marvel movies too, B. Jones. So, hey, your brother, it is. We gonna have to go.
Tell him congratulations.
$29.99 to get you right.
Let's go. All right, Coach. So this is probably the most important question I'm going to ask you during the initiation. When we come down there to check y'all out, we got to get some food. So what is that one food spot you're going to recommend, and what's your go-to meal there?
There's a place in Hempstead called Steak and Shrimp. It's like, you got to go. You can get whatever you want, but I think it's called Steak and Shrimp. We just go. We go for lunch. It has the best catfish that you're going to get down in this area. The shrimp is fire. They got shrimp fried rice, which I know is really different. But you can get anything there. You got to go there.
Nah, that's a signature down in the South. Like, if where I come from, in Shreveport, Louisiana, if there's a soul food spot, they got that shrimp fried rice, and that's a staple. So now I'm kind of excited about this. And then anybody that got the courage to name their restaurant Shrimp and Chicken or Shrimp and Steak and Shrimp, that's a bold move.
You just steak and food or something like that.
It sounds delicious. I'm down, Coach.
We are there. Get the catfish. We getting everything off the menu, B. Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Since we can afford the actor or actress or whoever we got for playing coach.
We say.
All right, so today we have a special guest who's about to serve up some incredible insights into the world of volleyball. Our guest isn't just a coach. They're a master of the game, a mentor to many, and a true volleyball queen. So grab your popcorn, folks, because we're about to dig deep into the world of spikes, serves, and setting with our fantastic volleyball coach, Coach Lindsay. So B. Jones, go ahead and take it away, brother.
Coach Lindsay, the libero. How you doing, Coach? Did you play libero, Coach?
No.
I was just the L. The alliteration of the L sounded so good. You should have just played along with it. No, I'm just messing with you, Coach. What position did you play when you was doing this thing?
I was an outside.
We're gonna talk a little bit about the outsiders. Them a different mindset. That now I understand why she got the clapping on y'all just a little bit earlier today. She about that smoke when you play in that role. All right, Coach, let's take them back to the beginning. We got to tell them your story your way. Before you donned the purple and gold at Prairie View as a player, you had to fall in love with this game. When did you start playing volleyball, and when did you fall in love with it?
So I started playing volleyball at 11. And I was in middle school, and I tore my ACL when I was 13, my 8th grade year. And I was actually able to rehab and play my freshman year of high school. So that's when I started playing actual competitive in that club and all that type of stuff, and I fell in love with it right away. I played 3 sports all through high school, but volleyball was my main sport.
Now, volleyball, in my opinion, is probably the most underrated sport. I think it's probably one of the most fast-paced, impact, emotional sports, and I just don't think it gets the kind of news. Now, recently we saw the whole situation where they had the big volleyball game that I think that was at Iowa or somewhere. No, was it Nebraska? Nebraska, yeah. I mean, everybody came out and they made a big deal about it, but I think like all volleyball games should be like that, Coach. So when you started playing volleyball, what was the predominant decision? Like, why volleyball? Because I mean, if you play volleyball, you can play basketball. You probably could have ran track. You probably got softball skills, some soccer skills. Why volleyball out of all of these sports?
It was something that just came like really, really natural to me. I've always been a jumper. I jump really, really high. Well, at least I used to. And it just came easy to me. Not to mention, you get to jump and hit the ball. That every single point is action, and that's what I love about it. It's a very high intensity, I guess you could say, like emotional game. Any team can win at any given moment, even if you're the number 1 team or you're number 8 team. It's who shows up that day. So I love that about it. I love the fact that every single point is a point to earn. And so just the pace, the speed, the craziness of it, the diving all on the ground, the jumping and hitting somebody in the face. I did that a lot. A lot of that's what I like about it.
Well, hold on with the hitting in the face, because I got to ask you that just here in just a second about the courage it takes to jump up there and block that ball coming at you a million miles per hour. But Coach, you ended up at Prairie View. Now, how did they get a Denver, Colorado, a young lady out of Denver to come all the way down here to Texas and go down here and eat on this catfish and these fried green tomatoes? How was they able to convince you to come down here to the South?
So I've always wanted to go to an HBCU. I'm not going to say which one, but I did want to go to one HBCU, mostly just because it was the one that everybody heard about. And up in Colorado, obviously, we don't have HBCUs. And so it was like, oh, yeah, that's the one I want to go to. And I remember sending that coach my game footage when I was a junior in high school. She didn't even look at it. She saw my height, because I'm 5'8", and she was like, oh, no, you're too small to play here. She didn't ask what my vertical was. She didn't ask nothing. She sent me an email back and said, thank you for your interest. We can't work with you. So I was like, oh, wow. Okay. So, I was being recruited to stay at schools in Colorado, the main schools out there, but I wanted to be a hitter, and obviously Power 5, 5'8" is a little bit too small to be a Power 5 hitter. So they wanted me to be a DS, be a libero. So I went to a JUCO out there the same one my sister went to, Otero Junior College, for 6 months. And at the end of my freshman year of playing, I think it was in like November, one of my teammates sent Prairie View some game footage, and Coach Pete at the time, she sent a email back to her and was like, okay, yeah, but who is your outside? Because I want her to come on a visit. And so I was like, go down there. I had never heard of Prairie View at that point. I went down here, and on my visit, I absolutely fell in love with it. Almost so in love, I almost missed my flight. We won't talk about that. I'll bring Coach Pete on here to talk about that. But yeah, it was, and I knew right away that this is where I wanted to be. So when we played said team that said that I was too small to play for them, and I got like 25 kills or something like that, I made sure I introduced myself to the coach at that time and said, yeah, you send me an email. Thank you for coming up here and letting us beat up on you, though.
Did you really do that, Coach?
Her hand at the end of the game, and I absolutely said that.
What? Oh my goodness! Hey,
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm scared of Coach. At first, I was okay.
I am too. I ain't gonna lie.
I think I know what said school is too. I'll talk to you about that later on.
Okay. Well, I know the listeners want to know. You can tell I'm over here biting at the chomping at the bit to find out who it is. But Coach, you brought up something dynamic. 5'8", and that net is what, like 9 feet up? I mean that net.
Don't give me the line. I think it's 7'4", 7'6".
But it's up there. Like, you had to rise. You got to have a vertical on top of a vertical to be smashing that thing. I mean, is that just the strength of your game? Or you super uber athletic? Got the Ja Morant bunny hops?
I jumped. I could jump real high, and I have an arm. Like, my arm is really heavy, so I hit the ball real hard and jump high. So yeah.
You still got that thump, Coach? You still got that bang in you?
Oh, I hit the ball hard still, yeah. And I got a torn rotator cuff, but I still, I get it at them in practice up on a box. I'm not jumping nowhere, but I'll get up on a box and hit at them sometime.
Dang, I wish I could see you play some of your college. That's kind of crazy. And I didn't realize that Prairie View was doing so dope at volleyball. But before the show, you said y'all were like preseason ranked number 2 in the conference. That is pretty impressive. So let's talk about the transition from player to coach. Now they got organizations like Athletes United or Unlimited or what is it? Athletes Unlimited. And they got, you can play overseas. We had a couple of young ladies that played overseas. Why did you decide to go the coaching route instead of continuing to play in competitive ball?
Yeah, so I'm gonna back up a little bit because we were actually ranked number 8 in the preseason, and we're number 2 right now.
Okay, my bad.
No, I'm just because it's important to notice that.
Yeah,
big jump. But when I left here, I was fully prepared to go and play overseas. I had a couple different offers to play overseas, and I was really excited about it. And my coach, who coached me in high school and at my junior college, she had taken a job at Tiffin University in Ohio, and her assistant left. And it was 2 weeks before I was about to graduate, and I get a call from her like, "Hey, like, I need a full-time assistant. Like, I know you're just about to graduate. It's paid, you get a free master's degree, and, you want to come out here." And I call my dad and I'm like, "Yeah, I talked to Coach Cordova, but I'm going overseas. I don't know what you got going on." And he said, "No, you're going out to Ohio." And I was like, "Sorry, what?" And he was like, "No." And I'm glad that I did, because that's where I was able to get both my master's degrees from. I was able to kind of kickstart my coaching career. And if I wouldn't have done that, I don't really know where I would be right now. So I'm happy that I took that route.
Now, you've had some immediate success. I mean, you've kind of coached at numerous different stops, and every stop, it seemed like they developed a culture of winning. What's the recipe? Give me that Tony Sacherays. Give me that sprinkle, that magic dust that Coach Lindsay put on the program. What is it, Coach? Patience?
No, it's not that. I'm going to tell you, right? So I'm actually supposed to be starting my sports psychology PhD here, but I do a lot of mindset training with my athletes. But even aside from that, and this is going to sound crazy, but I come from a family of coaches, a family of athletes. We're all there. We are literally all coaches, and all of us have a lot of success. And I think it's just the way that Lindsay's coach. I give them that opportunity to be themselves, but I'm tough on them, and I'm their harshest critic, but I'm also their biggest fan. I might be yelling at them 1 second, then I'm over there in the corner dancing to the thong song. I don't know. But it's just kind of the way that we coach. But I think the biggest piece is just giving them that opportunity to be themselves, teaching them how to have that positive self-talk, teaching them how to get out of tough situations, stuff that they can use not just on the volleyball court, but off the volleyball court. And all those things come together. And so, especially with such a young group, and that's everywhere that I've been, at the end of the day, athletes want to be pushed. They want to be challenged. So you have to teach them to love up that challenge, and you have to teach them focus. You have to train all those things in order for them to be successful. So we do all of that. So I think that plays a role as well.
Now, Coach, what was it like after you did your time? You played 4 years, or you played at Prairie View. You graduate. You go into coaching. You're going around the country. You make several stops, but you get that call back from your alumni. And they say, "Hey, we got a spot. We want you to come be the coach up here." How hard was that decision, and what was going through your mind when you got that phone call?
I'll be honest. My stop at East Central University, I'm so glad and I'm so grateful for that stop there, because that's where I found out, hey, like, you are a head coach. You took a team that was 2 and 112 or whatever they were, and we flipped that program quickly. And it was like, okay, like, maybe it's a fluke. Let's try it again the next year. Same year. It's like, going on. So I'm so happy that I took that stop. And I had a lot of support from my admin there, a lot of support from other coaches there, the students, the president. And I had never experienced that as a coach. And so when I got the call to come up here, or, to come and interview and be a part of, something special here at Prairie View, it was a tough decision to make, to leave those girls who all came to Ada, Oklahoma, to come and play for me. It's the 6'2" outsides and 6 foot that have no business playing Division II, coming to play for me in Ada, Oklahoma. And it was tough to make that decision because of the experience that I had there. But you just can't beat it. You can't beat who gets to coach at their school, especially the school that they love so much, that shaped them into the person that they are. Like, you can't turn that down. And so I'm grateful for my experience at East Central, but I'm also really, really excited to be back and coaching this team right now.
So when the lights come on and we get the opportunity to see your Lady Panthers go to war, what kind of volleyball? I mean, you got to break this thing down for me. Are y'all high flyers? I mean, are y'all just gritty, tough, determined young ladies? What do we get out of this Panther team?
Just nasty, just filthy, like ugh, like there's gonna be some stuff that happens. You like, ugh, yeah, like I mean, they jump high. We got some ballers on our team. Like, and I'll even name a few. You know, you got Kylie Owens on our team. She's a sophomore. There's nothing this kid cannot do. Like she can hit the ball wherever you want. It doesn't even look like she's trying. The kid can ball out. We got a freshman named Janiyah Henderson. She's a freshman. She wears this big old afro. Is phenomenal. I've never seen a middle be able to manipulate the ball, cut the ball the way she does. Our setter is awesome. She's leading the conference by 1,050 sets. Like she's really solid. She runs a fantastic offense. We got Nia Walker, who came with me from East Central. Nia Walker, aka Big Nasty. We won't talk about why they call her that, but she's one of those ones that is just like, oh goodness, she's gonna go up and hit the ball. She's gonna block the ball. Our lib is a little scrappy little freshman lib that we have. I mean, Bailey Hewitt. We just have a lot of really, really good athletes, and not just on the court. Like my bench is deep. I got players on the court that could start anywhere else, and so, or on the bench that could start anywhere else. And so you're gonna come and you're gonna see a lot of hard balls. You're gonna see maybe a little bit of talking through the net, maybe just a little bit, you know.
Really?
Just a little bit. You'll see a lot of just cheering, upbeat, a lot of energy. All of my teams have like energy unmatched. You cannot play for me if you don't have the same energy as me, because I'm gonna overwhelm you, because I'm in your face. I'm ready to go. Like let's get it. So that's the type of stuff that you'll see on the court for sure.
Now, do you recruit? Do you intentionally go out and recruit? Like if you're talking to a kid and they acting a little bit timid, acting a little bit soft in the chest, like you ain't got enough chest, you ain't a Panther. You walk off, coach. Or how do you handle that recruitment? Because I know you see some 5'8" dogs and you like, yeah, you undersized, but you got them bunnies. You can come play for me.
I need to see it. You know, when I'm going and recruiting these athletes, not just seeing them as a volleyball player, I want to see how they act when like the scores, when you guys are winning. I want to see how you act when you guys are losing. I want to see how you act. Like you want the game point ball, right? So are you looking at the setter like, please don't set me? Or are you looking at the setter like, yeah, I'm about, give me this ball? And those are the type of players I want. I don't care how tall you are. That don't matter to me. What I want to see, you got to have that dog in you. And you have to be able to take feedback, not just from me, but the way that we run our practices, the way we do things, our players give each other feedback. Sometimes it means more from teammates than it does coming from a coach. So if you can't take feedback without you getting upset or getting an attitude, this is not the program for you. If you don't want to participate in stuff, this is not the program for you. You know, we're building productive Panthers around here. So you have to be able to produce on the volleyball court, produce in the classroom, produce in the community to be on this team. So that's what I look for.
All right, She-Hulk. So, so I already kind of got a in my head what I think the answer to this question gonna be. But if I was able to get Big Nasty and the girl with the fro and get some of your amazing players to come on this show and describe Coach Lindsay, how would they describe you, Coach?
They would use my sarcasm for sure. The little stuff that I say. That I don't even realize that I'm saying. And even me and my assistant, we go back after games and she's like, you remember when you said this? And I was like, yeah, I remember. She's like, what was you thinking? I don't know. So they would describe it like that. There's a lot of sarcasm. There's a lot of, we talk a lot. Let's just say that. they would be able to describe me perfectly.
Now, mentality is huge, right? Because you just talked about the game of runs. And that was one thing I noticed. Like one team could get 6 points and the next team can come back and get 7 points. I mean, like it's kind of crazy the mental fortitude you got to play volleyball. How much of that Coach Lindsay grit and grime and filthiness, how much of that is transposed into these young ladies out there on that court? Because that's what I'm thinking. Like that mindset of getting in there and digging down deep. That's gonna carry you through some wins.
Oh yeah, I mean, on the back of our warm-up shirts, ever since I've been coaching as a head coach, it says grit over quit on the back. It says grit, and there's a line that says quit. That's what all of our warm-up shirts will always say. If you see it from somebody, they got it from me. But because that's who they are. They're gritty, They're ready to get dirty. They're ready to get down. Like that's the team that we are. That's the embodiment that they have. Like you're never giving down. You're never letting down. It doesn't matter if you're down by 14 points. I've seen this team that I'm coaching right now come back from a 10-point deficit. That don't matter. Every single point. There are no big points, no big moments. Every single point, one versus one, or one team has one, this team has one, is no different from one team having 25 and us having 25. It's the same point. So go out there and play like there are no big moments. And we're trying.
I would love to come play for you. I already know you got that kind of energy. Last question. Normally I would say, tell me why somebody should come to Prairie View, but I'm even one up this one. You a former Sorrow yourself. You already know this. You already know this campus. You experienced this campus as a coach, as a leader in the community, and then you experienced this campus as an athlete. Tell these young ladies who listen to this, who's trying to make their decision where they want to continue their career or continue playing volleyball on the next level. Talk to them for a second, 1 minute on the PVAM experience.
The Prairie View A&M experience. So you come to an HBCU. For one, there's always going to be food. There's always going to be music.
I'm sold.
It don't matter what day. That's always going to be a thing. You're going to come here. You're going to be able to sit next to somebody who looks like you, who understands you, who's gone through what you've gone through, or maybe hasn't, but somebody who you can learn from, who's happy to be here just like you are. You're going to get the opportunity to play at a high level because we are Division I. You're going to get that opportunity. You're going to get all the perks of the Division I experience. But as a student, you're going to have a high educational, because we have very high educational standards here at Prairie View A&M. Most of my players are engineering majors, biology majors, those type of things. So you're going to get a fantastic degree out of here. You're going to get the opportunity to pledge. Hopefully you choose right. And we'll do all that later on. But, but you get that experience and you can't duplicate it outside of being at an HBCU. And you can pledge and stuff at different schools, not taking anything away experience, but it's just a little bit more special, hit a little closer to home when you're at a HBCU.
Man, Kevin, hey, I'm sold. They got good food, good music, good vibes, and a fireball coach like Coach Lindsay. Man, I can't wait to see this Prairie View team do their thing. All right, Coach, you ready to have some fun with us? You ready to play the game?
Absolutely. All
right, let's go to work. Coach Lindsay, welcome to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show where you are now officially calling on all the shots. And me and KT, we got to put you in a pressure situation. We're about to throw a bunch of crazy scenarios at you. Whichever one of those scenarios you select, that host will get a point. The first host to get 2 points will win this game, and the best out of 3 will be crowned the champion of this episode. And you play Would You Rather. You kind of did it with the singing and dancing thing, so you already know. Except we about to turn up the noise a little bit more on some of these options. Okay. All right. So KT is the defending champ.
Would you rather coach a player that you recruited and no one gave them a chance? They make it to the Volleyball Hall of Fame, and in their speech tells you they wouldn't be there without you, or you become this amazing GM type mindset and you make this hire. This young lady who has that same energy as you, she comes under your wing. She goes on to become a Hall of Fame coach at whatever school that she chooses to be in. They ask her how she did it. She said, I learned it all from the Cheri Lindsay blueprint back when I was coaching at Prairie View A&M.
I want the player. I want the player, the experience, and you gotta, absolutely. I want the player.
Now, normally I would have gave you a buzzer, but I'm scared to death of you, Coach.
Oh,
so I'm giving you.
Yeah, I was like, I do not have your back if Coach jump on you. I'm just letting you know that because she's like super tight. Good, yeah.
All right, round number 2. Let's go.
Would you rather host your own volleyball talk show on the OWN network, where you get to interview the biggest names in the sport and introduce a brand new audience to the game of volleyball, or I have Netflix show up on the Prairie View campus on Monday morning, and we're going to film a documentary called Purple and Gold, and it's going to be all about the Prairie View A&M program, the ins and outs. We're going to follow your young ladies at practice, in the medical room, the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows. But we're going to, in a last chance you style documentary, we're going to tell them that Prairie View story.
I need the Netflix documentary. I need it. I need it on like homecoming Beyonce wide.
Yeah, let's do it like that. Yeah.
I need that.
Let's go, coach. That's it. See, that's what I pictured. When I came up with that option, that's where I was going with it. That whole vibe and aesthetic. All right. So me and coach, we here. We here with this. All right.
If I had the buzzer, B. Jones, I think I'd hit it just then. Just because you kept talking. Goodness.
All right, here we go, coach. Round 3, we take it away from the talk and all of these crazy options, and we take it to the sneaker game. All right, now this is gonna be very awkward because Adidas is a Prairie View school, but we joined the Nike fanatics around this thing, so we're gonna still try to have some fun. But me and KT are super sneakerheads, coach. As a matter of fact, we go live every Wednesday night at 8:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. During that live, I drop shoes. We talk sneakers. It's a fun show. I challenge everybody. I'll invite everybody to come out and be a part of our Wednesday night live. And we actually had the comments coming across the screen. It's super crazy. It's super fun. So we want y'all to come out there. But before the show, Coach Lindsay, KT and I both selected a pair of sneakers in our collection that we thought would represent you and what you were trying to get done. Okay. So on the count of 3, I'm gonna count us down, and I need you to say, hold that sneaker. When you do, it's all bets off. All right, we're gonna show you what we got, and whoever you select, they will win round 3 and be this game's champion. Okay, coach?
Okay.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hold that sneaker.
God, this is hard, B. Because I got a pair that I think I should go with.
Oh, I gotta go with the mouth of the South. Oh man.
Oh, don't call it a comeback. Coach, I was down 0-1 and came back and got them last 2 points. And new SLT champion of the world. Hey, let me hear you say it, KT. MOTS. Let's go. Oh, my goodness.
I got to be more careful, B. Jones. I reach out to people in their DMs, man. They let you down in the championship round.
Kevin, in all fairness, I went with some heat. That's an $800 pair of sneakers I pulled out. Coach just got that fine taste. All right, so respect the game.
Okay, all right, let's go. I'm not scared of coach anymore. I'm not afraid anymore.
Like I said, I ain't got your back. But all right, here we go, coach. We talked about the beginning. We talked about how dope it is at PVAMU. But coach, now we got to tell them what the future holds. The title of the show, Sports Life Talks, you got next. So what's up next for you, Coach Cheri Lindsay?
We just gonna keep pushing forward. So it's 1 week at a time, right? So we got 2 more weeks before the playoffs, and that's like all where my mind is at right now. That's where I'm trying to keep the girls focused on. But across the board, like I said, we're super young, and so just continuing to grow the program. When I first took the job here, I was like, yeah, absolutely want to win games in the SWAC, but I'm going to these other places, and I want to win games outside of the SWAC. I want y'all to know that you don't want to schedule us, especially not as your first game, right, Tarleton? You don't want to do that because we're going to come in and we might beat you on your first game, and I would hate that for you. So I want to have that type of impression when we walk in. You're going to respect us when we walk in. And not just us. You're going to respect every single school in the SWAC when they walk in. And so that's my goal, to continue to grow the SWAC, continue to grow the program, continue to just get exposure for HBCUs and just across the board, just bring up everything. And I'm excited for that.
Kevin, somebody open up a door or a window. All this smoke up in this thing, man. Hard to breathe up in here. All right, KT.
I'm still not scared, B. Jones. I'm more. She came into my house and just did me like she did Tarleton or whatever. All right, coach. So do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Oh, I got to give a shout out to the best coach I know, without a doubt, my dad. My dad is the most awesome man I've ever met, and he's literally me. I am him. And so definitely my dad. I want to give a shout out to my sister, the best athlete I know, without a doubt. We always have little competitions about who's the best athlete in the family. It's definitely her, but we're never going to give her that accolade. But all 3 of my little brothers, Philip Lindsay, Zachary Lindsay, Marcus Lindsay, just also fantastic athletes, and we're just a really, really tight family. And just my girls, I got to give a shout out to my players. My players are making my experience here fantastic and making this this transition back into Division I, like seamless, and I couldn't have asked for a better group of athletes. My assistant, I just have a really great support system here. So that would be my shout out.
So when you talk to your brother again, let him know that he did help me in fantasy football.
That's what I was about to say. Is that the same Philip Lindsay?
Yeah, that's him.
Hey, Philip Lindsay. Hey, tell him I owe him a fantasy ring. We won the ship off his rookie season. Thank you so much, Philip.
He'll be watching. He'll be watching.
Well, it may be my favorite Lindsay now, B. Jones, because this coach. No, I'm joking, coach. Don't beat me up. Please don't hit me in the face.
What sport? No, please beat him up. Hey, what sport did your baby sister play?
She played basketball.
Okay, so is she who? She could go?
Oh, she could go. I've never seen anybody play like her before.
Really?
No, she was something serious. Fast, like she was a point guard, but she would score 25 points a game and then have a bunch of assists as well. Like she was just a special athlete. So she was the first athlete out of all of us. I think she's 4.5, 5 years older than me. And so, yeah, it was hard coming up after her.
Man, that's a dope family. I mean, you got an NFL player, a hooper, a volleyball player. That's a great dynamic at the house. All right, KT.
All right, Coach. This is the part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. Tell them my story. I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach, who are you calling out? Who should have next?
It's got to be Penny. It's got to be Penny White. She's the head coach at Alabama State. Like, we got to keep it in the SWAC now. We not scurrying at outside of the SWAC. You gotta give it the coach from Alabama State. Awesome coach, been doing it a long time. Somebody who people can absolutely look up to. It's gotta be Penny.
All right, Coach Penny White. I hope you don't scare us as much as Coach Lindsay did on this thing, but I know we're gonna have a good time. SWAC representatives, we gonna get in touch with you. You are now officially on the clock, and we would love to have you on season 4 of You Got Next, and come tell them your crazy story. But Coach Cheri Lindsay, you got next. You are the true coach. You are a fireball. You are icon. You are a trailblazer. You are authentic, genuine, extraordinary, and elite. You deserve a yeet. Oh, man, I love this show. I love this job. Kevin, we close to the end of the year, so I get emotional around this time. It's been a hard year. We record a lot of shows, and we do it for y'all. So thank y'all for watching another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You Got Next. This is your moment to shine. This is the moment where you can step up and make a difference. Get on Twitter, get on all your social media at Sports Life Talk. Type us in. It's all one word. Find us. Make sure you tap in with us, lock in with us. We would love to have you on this journey. We drop social media content every single day, almost an episode every single day. So we promise you we're going to continue to be the hardest working podcast in the building, in the game. And go to our website. If you want to be on the show, come go to our website, sltugotnext.com. On our website, click on the nominations tab. And when you do so, just tell us your story. Tell us a little bit about you. And we can audition you for season 4 of this show. Remember, we go live every Wednesday night. We would love to have Prairie View come on there and challenge Kevin with his sports talk, because I'm usually the one that goes opposite of him. So I'm usually having to beat him up on the sports conversations. But we would love to have y'all be a part of that. And then if you watch this on YouTube, thank you. We're so close to monetizing. We appreciate you. We're about to take this thing to a whole nother level. But you can also listen to over 500 episodes of You Got Next on our podcast, on the audio version. So wherever you listen to podcasts, whether that's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you can take Sports Life Talk on the road, on your way to work, on your way home, while you travel, while you're cooking, while you're doing your homework, whatever. You can have the smooth sounds of the mouth of the South in your ear doing my thing. All right, KT. Oh, man, I love this episode. We talked some good food. We talked everything. I'm in a good mood, man. Let's go, KT.
Just about like a 3-minute stretch that is kind of iffy for me, but everything else, B. Jones, it was great, man. Our guest was great, but as a final whistle echoes through the arena of our conversation, let's tip our hats to the volleyball wisdom shared by our esteemed coach. Just like a game-changing halftime pep talk, we hope you're leaving inspired and ready to conquer your challenges. Keep rising, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
Thank y'all for having me.
Let me see that thong. Yeah, Coach Lindsay. Thank you for coming on the show, Sports Life Talk Nation. We love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another, because together we are better. And keep dreaming big, because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
Crazy is I knew you had next, cause you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag cause you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Like Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Like Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got